Can you guess why this is the trigger of choice for myself and many other pros? Is it marketing hype? Is it brand snobbery? Is it yesteryear thinking where the knockoff Chinese brands are rubbish and these are great? No, there's not any of those reasons, but there is a very good reason for it. Now this, for those who don't know, is the POCKETWIZARD Plus X. This is their budget, basic, doesn't do anything but fire a light trigger. Now, back in the day, this was your option. You got one of these and it worked. Everything else was rubbish. That is not the case today. Godox make a great trigger. Broncolor have always made great triggers, but they're expensive. Profoto make great triggers, but they've got so many buttons. Oh, and I'm sure Elinchrom have the Skyport, don't they? They work really well too. But as a pro, I am on a different set on every job. We have different lights on every job. We have different cameras on every job. Within the space of a month, I might use every different type of trigger. Now, the thing with photography is you want to know your kit inside out. You want to understand it. You want to really, let's pop this in here. You want to really get how to use it. And Elinchrom, very rarely use those to be fair, they have their trigger system. It looks a little bit like the Profoto one. Profoto seems to have 3 different triggers. Broncolor has at least 3. I personally like the RSF one. That seems to be the best. And then Godox have several. And anyway, it goes on and on. Canon have them. Nikon, they're all triggers everywhere. I turn up on set and I don't know how they work because it's a different trigger every time. And I just don't know what to do with it. And I have to get someone to help me with it. And really, we don't use any of the fancy functions on there for our sort of work. We just fire the flash. Now, the good thing is with this, it's not a smart trigger. It has one pin on the bottom, which means any hot shoe with a center pin, which is basically any camera with a hot shoe, this will work with. You then take out a PC sync port. Let me show you. You then grab your PC sync cable for your other side. You can either fire a camera with it, which is one of these where it goes into here, goes into your camera and you can do that. Or you take one of these ones, you plug this into here and you plug this into your lighting pack or lighting head and you can fire it. Any brand of light, any brand. If it has a PC sync port, it will work. If it has a single point hot shoe, it will work. This trigger system will work on any combination of camera and light that I will ever come across, including film cameras that I use. It works with everything. It doesn't do anything fancy, but it works with everything. It works. It works every time. There's no menu setting you can mess up apart from the channel. You might have one on the wrong channel or the batteries being low, but look, they take normal AA batteries. It's idiot proof. It is Scott proof, which is, saying something. This just works. You plug it in to anything and it's a bit of home that comes with me. Every job I take these with me now. I put them on my camera and on the lights and I know it's going to fire because there's nothing worse than being on set and not understanding how the kit works. And maybe you've got one assistant who's less familiar with Profoto and you've got Profoto lights that day and they're not quite sure how the Skyport triggers work. Or you get Broncolor lights and the assistants you've been sent for the job, they only ever work with Profoto. This negates all of that. They're a little bit pricey, but they last a long time. I expect these to last me a decade. And they're just simple. They're just simple. And simple is better. Simple is better. And a lot of people are like, why have you moved from using the PC sync cable to using this? Well, I found this to be almost as good. Now, I would still use a PC sync cable if we're doing splash photography. I'd use this and a PC sync cable because something will go wrong if it can go wrong. We'll have optical slaves turned off and we'll sync cable the packs. If you're using multiples, we will have to use these as well. But I want the flash to fire exactly because the reset time's too much. And anything wireless has a chance to fail, whereas a cable is much more likely to work. But 99% of my work from now on, you'll see this on top of my camera. I bought these with my own money from Kev at the Flash Center, who's a wicked guy. And they're just great. Great bit of kit, highly recommend.